Hey everyone, welcome back to the Sunday stream. Today is January 17th, 2021, and I'm going to be looking over the stock market. SPX futures hasn't opened up yet, so I'll be looking at the stock market sell-off that we had on Friday, some key levels that I'm going to be looking at heading into next week. I'm also going to be looking into our watch list, some names like Apple and Tesla and Roku. JMIA, um, CHWY, um, Netflix, ROKU, and a bunch of other names. And before we get started, please give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe. If you are looking to join our Discord group, head over to thewealthymentor.net. Check out our Discord group. We offer monthly memberships, 6-month and yearly memberships. We provide an array of things. We provide daily watch lists for day trading, for swing trading. We also provide our options chat where we call out entries and exits and take profit areas. We also have analyst upgrades and morning prep every single day. So don't forget to check that out. Okay, I'm just gonna dive in right here. As you guys can see, I have the SPX chart open. Futures has not opened up yet. So I will be looking at some key levels where I believe the stock market will go heading into Tuesday. Monday is a long weekend due to Martin Luther King Day. So this is for Tuesday through Friday. Okay. So as you can see here, we broke critical support, which was at 37.80. We did have a high of 38.26, almost hitting a double top on the daily time frame at that level before. As you can see here, our high was 38.26. We came as high as 38.26, pretty much a double top, dropping as low as 37.50 before rebounding and closing at 37.68. I'm gonna head over to the 1-hour chart to give you guys an outlook and where I see things going. Okay. Although I informed group members that I would like to see a close above 37.80, I wasn't too bearish on the market as of yet. We still do hold the daily trend up, right? So we're still on a daily trend that's going up. However, if we do break 37.50, it would start to concern me. So going into next week, I am looking for a break above 37.80 and to stay above 37.80 to retest psychological resistance at 3800, 3810, and to touch all-time highs at 3830. To the downside, if we do break 37.50, we do have support here at 3730. And to that little small channel, I guess you could say 37.25 to 37.30. If that is purged, I'm looking at a shorting position down to 3700, a stop at 37.11 first though. Once more, I'm gonna head over to the daily time frame, just to look it over again. Like I said, we are in a daily uptrend, so there's no cause for concern. We did have 1, 2, 3, 4 straight green days. We did consolidate around that 3810, 3800 level, and we were in a tight channel, as I mentioned in our group chat, and it had to break one way or another, and it just did on Friday. So I'm still pretty happy that we did close above 37.50. The volume on the pressure, the sell side, wasn't that strong. Usually I look at volume to notify group members that, it is a sell-off, and it wasn't. We did not see a 3%, 2% day. I believe we just closed just under 1%, 1.72. So it's no cause for concern. It's a healthy pullback. Heading into next week, we can easily resume going back to 3800 and upwards. So no cause for concern. 3780, key number to go above. To the downside, key number 3750. Okay, so that is SPX on the daily time frame, 1-hour time frame. Okay. The first name I'm going to look at today, heading in to next week, is Apple. AAPL is a ticker name. Not much happening on Apple. This is the 4-hour chart. We are consolidating around that 133 to 127 area. We did see it slightly go lower down below the 127.50 area. That was most likely due to the sell-off. However, if we do open on weakness, we do have 124.50 as support heading into next week. And if that does break, we do have 123 and 121.5 as next levels of areas of support. To the upside, I would like to see Apple test the 133 mark. Above that, I am looking at the 135, 138 levels, potentially hitting all-time highs. So those are some key levels on Apple. Not much has changed. We've been stuck into this channel since the beginning of the year, and you know, something has to give. The 133 level is what I'm looking at, and for support, if 124 gives out, I'm looking at the 120s heading into next week. Okay, so that is Apple on the 4-hour time frame. Next name that did see a sell-off, but it kind of held its own, is Tesla. Ticker name TSLA. Okay, here is Tesla on the 4-hour time frame. As you guys can see, pretty bullish here. Hit an all-time high of 884, and we've been consolidating into this zone of 860 down to 815. I am going to head over and maximize this just a little bit here, so you guys can see some areas where I'm going to be looking at next week. As you can see, guys, we had a hard time breaking 860, right? We got rejected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times at the 860 level, which proved to be tough resistance. On Friday, that gave out, as you can see here, once more on the rejection, and it pushed down all the way to 823. I was informing group members that we may test 820, 815. However, the market, like I said, the sell pressure just wasn't there. It wasn't a sell-off. It was just one of those days, sometimes before the long weekend, little volume, stuck in the channel for the past few days, had to give out. And so obviously Tesla, being part of the S&P 500 now index, also took a hit. And we do have support going into next week at 815. If 815 breaks, I'm looking at 800. I would like to see 800 hold. If it does not hold, you could definitely see more sell pressure going down to the 790, 780, and 770 levels. To the upside, if you are a more conservative trader and don't want to get caught into this whirlwind here, I would definitely look at the 860 area to break. You know, that does not mean you cannot swing trade above 830 to hit targets of 840 and 850. That's very highly possible. But if you are looking for, I guess, a break of this channel, 860 would be the key level to see. 870 would be my take profit areas, and also 880, potentially hitting all-time highs at that 884 level. If we do see all-time highs, I am looking at key levels of 900, 910, and 920 if 890 is broken. Okay, so that is Tesla on the 4-hour time frame. I am still bullish on Tesla, and I can't wait to see what happens next week. Another name, NVDA, NVIDIA. Here is NVIDIA on the 4-hour time frame. You know, talk about channels. It's been into this channel for quite a while. I would say from November the 11th, 2020 until pretty much today, we are still stuck into this channel where we cannot break that 560 mark. You know, we've tried to test it over this year on the 11th of January, and we got rejected once, 2 times here. And again, we were pushing back down. We are at the pretty much bottom of this channel, 510, 500 mark. Going into next week, I would definitely like to see NVIDIA break that 560 level. However, on the normal day trading, I would like to see levels of 520 break for potential take profits of 525, 530, and 535. Group members are advised of these channels and these take profit areas in our Discord group. So don't forget to head over to thewealthymentor.net if you want to join our group to be comprised of these levels every single day and where each stock is heading during pre-market hours. Okay, to the downside, I do have levels of 500 as key support. Let me just zoom in here. As key support of 500. If 500 were to break, I'm looking at 495, 484 as the next areas of support. However, like I said, we have been in this channel for a while. I'm going to switch over to daily and let you know. We've been into this channel from, I would say, let's just see. Yeah, 500 to 560 for a while. Most likely evident right here, starting on November the 11th, right here, 2020, slushing around back and forth from 510 to 547, back down, up, down. 560 is that level that I need to see break for confirmation for us to potentially hit all-time highs, which is at 590. Okay, so basically we're in a no-fly zone on NVIDIA. However, if you do want to play little small scalp trades, those are the areas I definitely will be looking at. Okay, so that is NVIDIA on the 4-hour time frame. Next name, ROKU, ROKU. Here is ROKU on the 4-hour time frame, as I might be switching up here. ROKU pretty bullish. We are consolidating at all-time highs, pretty much creating a bull flag. Here's the flagpole, right? And here's the flag itself. I am looking for a continued move higher on ROKU. It is near all-time highs. Again, we did have the sell-off on Friday, and ROKU did hold its own, still above 400. We are at the bottom of this flag right here, which consists of 420 down to 405. So I am looking at 405 as key support. If that does break, I'm looking at 395 to be retested. We did have the breakout here on the 11th of January. So if 405 does break, I'm looking at a retest of January, the January candlestick here on the 11th. So if that does not hold, I am looking at levels of 384 and 380 as my next levels of support. To the upside, if you are a more conservative trader, I'm looking at the 420 level. However, your first confirmation would be to break the 410 level. So if you are a scalp trader, you can enter one contract here, right? The second contract on the break of 420 for a potential take profit area to all-time highs at 430. That's one scenario. Another scenario would be to enter on the break of 420 for a potential retest of all-time highs for a take profit area. Another scenario, the safest scenario would be to wait for all-time highs to break and to jump in and ride the wave all the way to 430. Also, if 430 does break, I'm going to be drawing some levels here. Right, 430 breaks. I'm looking at 440, 445, and 450 as key levels of overhead resistance take profit areas. And that is on ROKU on the 4-hour time frame. Okay. Another name I'm going to be looking at heading into next week is PTON, PTON, PTON. Peloton has held its own here, and this is on the 4-hour time frame. We did have all-time highs here at 171, pretty much a double top from the December 28 level, where we did hit all-time highs. We are pushing lower due to the market weakness. However, this is one of those names I'm going to be looking at heading into next week. Some areas of levels of resistance that I could see myself entering would be the level of 160. We did have overhead resistance at 160 back on the 8th of January. So I am looking for a retest of that and to break that. If we do break 160, I'm looking at take profit areas of 167, where we did have consolidation here on the 13th of January. And it was the breakdown candle here on the 15th of January. So 167 is a potential scalp trade on the break of 160. If you are more of a conservative trader, I am looking over the 170 mark, which is all-time highs. Some key areas of take profit. If we do break all-time highs, it is the 175 mark. Also, I have 180 as the next take profit area, and that's on Peloton to the upside. To the downside, we do have key support at 150. We did wick down here on the 12th of January. Buyers stepped in. As you can see, this is a bullish candle, pretty much propelling us to all-time highs after that. So I am looking at the 150 mark to break. If 150 does not break, I'm looking at 145, 146 area, and all the way down here to 142, where we did have support on the 6th of January and once more here on January the 4th. Okay, so that is Peloton on the 4-hour time frame. Another name I'm going to be looking at is NIO, another EV name such with that has been rising and was correlated to Tesla prior, but has been stuck into this weird channel of 65 to 60 for a while. I was expecting this to be the bull flag and the flagpole and the flag right here. However, we did not break to the upside. The market weakness on Friday helped with that push down. So I am looking at levels of 55 to break, 55, 54. We do have support here at 54 back on January the 5th and the 4th, and it was our breakthrough area. So a retest of 54, I would like to see that hold. If that does not hold, I am looking at 51 and 48 and 47 as the next areas of support. To the upside, I am looking above the $60 mark to break. 58, 59 would be your first confirmation. 60 would be your entry for a potential retest of 65. We do have all-time highs at 67. So that is a level of resistance at the moment. So I will be drawing a level right here at 67. Okay. So if you are bullish on NIO, I would definitely look to see if this mark breaks right here at 58. I would enter above 60 for a potential scalp at 65 to take profits, or enter one more contract for a potential take profit area of 67. If you are more of a conservative trader, look for that 67, 65 mark to break for an entry for potential take profits at 70, 75. So those are some areas to the upside and to the downside. And that is NIO on the 4-hour time frame. Okay. Another name that has pushed higher last week was Zoom, ticker ZM. Okay. And here is Zoom on the 4-hour time frame. We did have weakness on Zoom ever since the rise. Let's just switch over to the daily time frame. Here is Zoom on the daily. As you can see, we have all-time highs at 588, and we did have a staircase pattern going down ever since then. And this is still considered another staircase pattern going lower. To negate that, sorry, I should say that we need to get above 425 as my first confirmation. And a next confirmation to negate that would be the 485, 488 area. So far, it is a continuation pattern downwards. However, if we were to break those levels, it would change the trend. Okay, so I am going to head back to the 4-hour time frame to give you some areas to look at heading into next week. Because as day traders, we don't really care. We just like, try to play level by level. And if the stock does move above the levels to change the trend, we could definitely look into that when the time comes. Okay, so heading into next week, I am looking at areas of 390 and 400 to break. I would say more so 400 for potential take profits at the 410, 415, and 425 area. 425 area is that key level for me to begin that trend change. So 400 going into next week. 425 is my end goal. As you can see here, 2 candlestick wicks of rejection on December the 21st, right? So above 400, I'm looking at those areas, 410, 415, 425 to the upside. To the downside, if we are confirming that this is a continued downtrend, my first level break would be the 374. If 374 would break, 365 would be my next confirmation for potential shorting opportunity back down to 342 and 325, which we did hit over here on the 12th of January. We wicked down, buyers stepped in, and we made a nice move back to the $400 area. Okay, that is Zoom on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, guys, I'm going to switch over to my lower cap stock watch list. I provide these for members, in our Discord Wealthy Mentor trading channel. So if you do want to join us, again, head over to the wealthymentor.net, check out our packages. It'll be a great investment into your trading career. Okay, one name that I have interest in is JMIA, JMIA. JMIA, again, is nearing all-time highs at the $48 to $50 area. We did have a nice push, almost retesting that area right here. We did wick up, creating a double top at the $50 mark, retesting, the December 23 highs. And due to market weakness, we did go back down, and we are at current support at $43. To the downside, if $43 can't hold, I am looking at 40 and 37 as key levels. Another key area that I'm looking at is the $33 mark. Keep in mind, guys, this is one of our swing trading watch list names, so the targets are definitely higher. But I am going to draw a $33 mark here, as we did have clear support back on the 6th of January. So below 43, 40, 37, 33 would my areas to look at if we are going down. If you are shorting, I would definitely look to see if $40 mark would break for potential scalp short trade to 37 and 33. Okay, to the upside, I am looking at $50 to break. 54 would be a next level of take profit, and 60 would be my ultimate take profit target. JMIA did receive a major upgrade from one of the analysts at $100. That was pretty bullish. And I believe another analyst upgraded their target as well on JMIA. So that is one name I'm going to be keeping my eyes on heading into next week. So those are some key levels that you should definitely look at. Another name I'm going to be looking at is CHWY. CHWY is the ticker. Another swing trade watch list name in our group. CHWY did make all-time highs at that 115 mark. Again, market weakness pushed it back down, closing just below support here at 108. Heading into next week, I am looking to see if that 108 mark does hold. If not, 103, 98, and 94 are key levels of support. 94 is the breakout area here when we did move to all-time highs. It has held for support here on January the 11th. Also, it was resistance here on December the 28th before breaking above 94. So 94 is a key level of support for me. Also 98 to keep your eyes on if we do see weakness. Above, if we are bullish, and we are, I would like to see 110 mark to break for a potential scalp all the way back to a retest of all-time highs at 115, 116. Above 116, if that were to break, I am looking at 120, 124. Let me just draw a level of resistance, take profit at the 124 mark. Okay, 124 would be a level of interest for me. 128, right? And 130 are my targets heading into next week on CHWY. So if you are a more conservative trader, definitely look at that 115.50, 116 mark to break for an entry. Okay, so that is CHWY on the 4-hour time frame. And that's pretty much all the names I would like to discuss for today. You know, keep in mind the markets are closed tomorrow. You know, don't get too concerned about the Friday sell-off. You know, as long as we get above that 3680 mark and above, we'll definitely try to retest 3800 psychological and potentially all-time highs. So heading into next week, Tesla still pretty bullish. CHWY obviously right here, as I discussed, all-time highs. ROKU consolidating near all-time highs. So look at those names, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Also give this video a thumbs up, share with your friends, and also head over to thewealthymentor.net to check out our packages for our Discord channel. All right, guys, thank you so much. See you guys next week.